Make sure to like Caveman's Corner on Facebook and definitely click subscribe right now. You'll keep up to date with MMA news, you can hear our podcast, see our funny videos. Click subscribe and the bell. Do it now! Alright, Caveman's Corner's back. I got my man Keith Forant. How you doing, Keith?
I'm alright, Caveman. How you doing?
Good to see you. I finally got you in the studio.
Yeah, no, I was just talking to my wife about how it's been, I'm surprised I've never been here. I came in on a phone conversation one time, but it's my first time in studio.
Yeah, for your last seminar that you put on with Ajahn Chai.
Yes.
Yeah, you and crew Mark. I wanted to get you in here for Black Belt 1, but instead we got something special going on. What do you got going on?
Promoting our first MMA event, MMA and Muay Thai. We got K-4 fighting. This event's titled Mayhem on the River.
Nice, Mayhem on the River, huh? Are you guys gonna do it outside or?
No, not in January. This one's gonna be indoors, right on the roller derby rink, right in front of the stage. It's gonna be as much production as we can. It's gonna be pretty high production show going on, and then we're looking for May and August dates for outside on the rinks.
Oh man, that'd be amazing, especially with the backdrop. It was so good when they did TNT there.
Yeah, it was great atmosphere. It was awesome. It was one of the things that I want to emulate and build on is the atmosphere that TNT was able to provide.
Yeah, and there's some great fights that happen there, and we're gonna have more great fights, obviously.
Yes.
What kind of problems do you have getting this going on with COVID and everything? Is it hard to get people in there? Do you have to be vaccinated? What's going on with all the admission stuff?
Well, as far as the attendance, people coming to the spectators do not have to be vaccinated. We're following any New York State guidelines that are mandatory to follow, such as mask mandates. We will have to follow. But as far as vaccination requirements, there's no state requirement about that. Any of the requirements for shows are all individually done by the venues, and we do not have any vaccination requirements for the show.
Oh, that's awesome, man. So anyone can go.
Yeah, anybody can go, so we're really pumped about that. It gives people an opportunity to come and see some entertainment that are unable to go to other forms of entertainment right now.
For the people that only listen to the first couple minutes, how can we get tickets to this event?
You can get tickets either from one of your favorite fighter on the event, have tickets. Buffalo Cryo has tickets. You can show up at Buffalo Cryo and buy tickets, or you can go on the Riverworks website and buy tickets right from the website. And
we'll add a link to the description of the video, so wherever you're listening to this, you can just look in the description and click the link and buy some tickets. Are you sold out yet?
We are sold out of VIP tables. The cage side seats are going fast. I anticipate those selling out very soon. But we should have plenty general admission tickets available. It's a pretty big venue, so we'll have a good amount of those available for everybody.
How many people are you going to be able to fit in there?
I believe the max people is 1,500 people, so this being our first show, I don't anticipating on having 1,500 people, but in the future you're definitely going to want to get tickets fast because we will grow big enough to max out the venue.
I love it. I love how you're doing like the fighter cards on Facebook now too. It looks real professional. It's really good.
Oh, thank you. Me and one of my partners, Josh Ketchery, have been working on getting those together.
Yeah, next time you should hook me up and I'll do interviews with all the fighters and stuff like I do for Ground Force.
Oh yes, that's a good idea. Thank you, Jeff.
Yeah, I love to do it, and then I can like get more people to talk and listen, and like to help me get a lot of viewers too. So I like to do that kind of stuff. If you can get just a little bit closer, then I can maybe do the audio from here. Yeah, that'd be cool. Because when I do the video audio, it's a little bit not as loud. This will sound better. Yeah, now you sound perfect. Awesome. So who we got fighting on the card? I just saw that your son's fighting on the card, so we got to talk about him first.
Yeah, Dylan is competing in a grappling BJJ match against another local 13-year-old. He's fighting. He's going to be going up against a guy from Sub-Zero BJJ. He's an orange and black belt, orange belt with a black stripe. And so it's going to be a real competitive match. Dylan's been training with the adult classes. He's been getting very good. He's been itching to compete. We went to Syracuse for the grappling industries, and unfortunately the event was shut down before Dylan had the opportunity to compete.
That's not going to happen to you guys, right?
No, that's not going to happen. There's a story with the venue issues with the venue. We do not have any issues with our venue. My venue actually is Buffalo Riverworks, and they're one of the business partners, so everybody's on board on our end. But yeah, so this is gonna be a very exciting high-level teenage BJJ match that we're gonna start to show off with.
I'm excited to see him compete. He's got so big and so mature. Him and Forrest training together is really good to see. So I can't wait to see him actually compete against somebody.
Yeah, me too. He's really excited too because he trains with the adults mostly, and then when he trains with the kids, it's too easy for him. So he likes to train with the adults, and he wants to test himself against another 13-year-old kid at his level.
Those Sub-Zero guys are pretty good too, man. They got like, this is a small gym, but all their kids seem super good.
Yeah, they look like they compete a lot as well. So it's very good to have somebody to compete against that goes out and competes often to get that challenge that he wants to see.
Yeah, I just saw on Facebook they were out there competing somewhere today, like a bunch of their kids. So that'll be a good match. And Dylan's always ready. You know, those Boomer guys are tough.
Yeah.
Always very skillful. How come all you guys are so technical? This is a little bit off subject from the fight, but all the Boomer guys are like super technical. Stand-up's really technical. Jiu-jitsu's really technical. Are all your students like kind of the same?
I think part of the reason is we have great coaches at Boma to really show the technical side of things. And then like we have our Professor Larry, he'll smash you, so you have to be technical when you go against him. And then Professor Josh, they're just students of the game. They just like to study the game a lot and get really involved with details. And we just have a lot of high-level teachers, so I think it just translates to being able to, the students receiving the instruction, being able to display it in a technical manner.
Yeah, with my transition, people have been talking about what gym to go to, like while I was like doing a transition over to integrity, and like every time someone talks about Boomer, they're like, oh, those Boomer girls are tough, or those Boomer guys are tough, or like the Boomer guys are so technical. Like that's what I hear all the time over and over again. So like that's just what people tell me. So I'm hearing that, and I want to express it to you like on camera so you can hear it.
That's great. We definitely appreciate the compliments.
Yeah, for sure. That's definitely a good school to go to. All right, so let's get some highlights of the card. Who you got fighting?
Well, we have a lot of great fights. We have two big key fights going on. One MMA fight and one high-level Muay Thai fight that we're excited to put on. And then we have a lot of other great fights on the card as well. One of the ones that I'm looking forward to most is going to be our main event, Kevin Perazza versus Derek Patterson.
Well, I might know a lot about this fight.
Yeah. Well, you know a lot about Derek, and he's a very skilled and technical fighter himself.
For sure. When you see the records of this fight, Derek's record is not the best in the world, but Derek started fighting before he even really knew how to grapple. So like his first couple matches, he was getting out grappled. Like if you ever not done jiu-jitsu and try to fight MMA, you're gonna find out you really need to get some jiu-jitsu to fight MMA.
Yes, his record is definitely one that is very deceiving. If you've watched any of his more recent fights, you'd be blown away of why his record is 3-6. Looks like he should be 6-3.
Yeah, he's also a kickboxing champion, by the way.
Yes.
So like it's different, like it's two different sports. His stand-up is phenomenal. And Perazza's stand-up, he's trains with your brother, right?
Yeah. So Perazza's coming out of highest in MMA in Charlotte, North Carolina. He's coming in with a 4-2 record. Highest in MMA is a pretty accomplished gym. They just put out one of their fighters, Brian Battle, just won the Ultimate Fighter, the recent one that they just.
He actually cornered in all the fights I watched. I'm cornered Derek, so I'm pretty in the know of this fight. So like Battle coaches the other guy quite a bit.
Yes.
Charisma.
Yeah, Battle's a big part of the highest in MMA gym, and as far as the cornering and helping get the fighters developing the fighter development.
Yeah, watching this fight, these two guys love the stand-up, so you're gonna see. You see amateur MMA a lot of times. It's like a lot of wrestling, who can wrestle the best. I guarantee you, there's gonna be some good stand-up in this fight.
Yeah, I believe this one's gonna look like a pro fight. It's gonna look like two guys in there just trying to get some great technical striking involved. You'll probably see all aspects of the game with it. You'll see some wrestling, some jiu-jitsu, some clinch work. But anticipate this one going to be looking very professional.
Yeah, and it's a southpaw against an orthodox fight. It's going to be crazy. Like, this fight is going to be off the chain. I train with Derek all the time, and these guys are so evenly matched. I was like, I don't know. But I think this is going to be a great fight to watch. Can't wait to sit in the corner and actually watch it.
Yes. The next big one that I want to highlight is our Muay Thai. It's a Muay Thai heavyweight Muay Thai fight between Raphael Iguarta and Randolph. So Iguarta is 2-1 and Randolph 3-1, and this is a heavyweight Muay Thai fight. It's going to be in the Class A division. So in Class A Muay Thai, amateur Muay Thai, they're not going to wear any headgear, not going to wear any shin guards, and they're going to allow elbows. They will have elbow pads on, but it's going to be full Muay Thai rules. So it's going to be very interesting to see these big boys bang.
Man, that's pretty sweet. I love full Muay Thai. I like the elbows, the elbow pads. That's great.
Yeah, it's one of the things that I like about the Muay Thai, the Muay Thai as well. And you don't see a lot of these Class A fights here locally, so I'm really excited to put on a Class A fight. And this is something I want to, eventually have most of our Muay Thai fights being Class A. So today, on this event, we're going to be having both Class B and Class A type Muay Thai fights. In the Class B, the rules are you have to wear shin guards with no headgear, but there's no elbows involved. And you can throw head kicks and knees to the body. So we're really excited to have on this Class A matchup, especially being a heavyweight fight.
Can you knee to the head in Class A?
You cannot knee to the head in Class A. That's the only, that's what, they hold that off for the professionals.
Awesome. That's still going to be a great fight. What gyms are those guys out of?
So, Rick Randolph is coming out of Chicago with Gladiator MMA in Chicago. And Raphael Iguarta, I believe, is with Victor MMA.
Oh man, it's coming out of New York.
Yeah, semi-local guy.
Man, how'd you get a Chicago guy?
We were then trying to reach out as far as we can get to have people come. We're a local promotion, and we want to highlight our local athletes, but we're going to bring in the best athletes from all over the country.
Victor's guys are always super tough too.
Yes, they are. They have a lot of great fighters out of that gym. We had a couple other fighters from that gym lined up, but for various reasons, some of them had to pull out.
Oh, that's rough. It's always hard to put a fight together. Have you had a lot of trouble with guys coming in and out, especially with guys get COVID, guys get hurt, like amateur guys like I want to fight, then they don't want to fight.
Yes, all those things are we come up with all those things. So this day and age right now is one of the probably hardest times to put on an event like this. There's always going to be people that want to try to fight, and then they decide, they get scared and they want to pull out, and they look for any reason to pull out of these fights. And then sometimes people get injured while they're trying to prepare for these fights. These guys are trying to be the best that they can be and train the hardest they can to go in here in the cage and display their skills. And things happen during that training, and you get hurt and you have to pull out. And then with COVID right now, things are really crazy. It's really causing a lot of the card to take a lot of changes. So this is a really challenging time to put on an event. But we're working hard, and we're trying to give the fans the best event we can possibly do.
It's great that you guys are all back. I know Rich had trouble getting his card off the chain. He had some COVID problems and some other personal stuff going on, and he was forced to delay his card. Who are you using to officiate the card?
In New York State, we have a handful of different sanctioning bodies that are allowed to officiate the amateur events. And we're going with GAMA, a Global Association of Mixed Martial Arts. They're formerly known as USF MMA. They signed up with and transferred over to GAMA. They're a global organization, and they're known for sanctioning 1FC's events.
Nice.
Yes, which is kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to go with GAMA as far as the sanctioning body we're going to use to oversee the amateur portion of our cards, is because 1FC is an organization that we kind of want to emulate as far as K-4 fighting goes. We like the mixed disciplines that they do as far as having Muay Thai fights, kickboxing, MMA. They've even had grappling matches on their events. And they mostly do their fights in the cage, and then sometimes you'll see them in a ring. And these are things that we want to do with K-4 fighting as well.
All right, all your fights are going to be in the cage, correct?
This event is going to be done in the cage. Future events, we might explore doing some fights in the ring as well.
Nice. And then kickboxing is going to have kickboxing gloves on, right? Not MMA gloves? Because sometimes in one you see them do that Muay Thai with MMA gloves on. That's nuts.
Yeah, that's very exciting. It's something that I hope we could try to do, but we have to depend on whether New York State will allow us to do something like that.
Yeah, you should probably be a pro before you're doing that.
Yeah, so maybe in the future with our pro fights, we'll have Muay Thai with the MMA gloves on. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
But we have to, if New York State allows that, we're definitely going to explore that avenue as well. But yeah, our Muay Thai fights are gonna have boxing gloves on or Muay Thai gloves, and the size of their gloves are gonna depend on the weight class that they're fighting in. So the smaller guys are gonna have smaller ounce gloves, and then if the bigger you get, the larger the gloves are gonna be.
Right, and on heavyweights they still look like little mittens.
Oh yes, they do.
I can't believe you got a heavyweight Class A fight. That's so exciting.
Yes, I'm so pumped for this fight. I'm really excited to see these guys go out there and swing. I'm really anticipating somebody to finish that fight.
I'm excited to get to be there. I hope I get to see that fight. Is it gonna be? Are you gonna do kickboxing first, or is it gonna be like co-main main event? How's it gonna run?
The plan is to have the Muay Thai portion of the card first, and then we're gonna have intermission, and then go into the MMA portion. But we're gonna save the heavyweight Muay Thai fight for a co-main event.
Oh, I'm gonna miss it. God damn it! I'm gonna have someone illegally stream it to me.
The fights are going to be video recorded. In the event or at the venue, there are TVs that you'll be able to watch the fights on while you're at the event, and then we'll release the stream of the video, the fights at a later date.
Awesome, that's really cool. You're gonna do it kind of like Bubba does, and they put it on the YouTube.
Yep. Right now, we're gonna kind of emulate some of what they do with Rage in the Cage, and release the fights on YouTube as soon as we get them edited and able to release.
It always sounds better with commentator. I'm just saying, I'm available.
Yes, that's something we want to look at to adding for our second event is commentating.
All right, sounds good. I'll be more than happy to donate my time to you. What else is going on with the event? I know that sometimes when you put on an event for the first time, you look to emulate or mentorship from other people that have done it. Has anyone in the community reached out to you to help you with your event, or has it been like competitive or friendly, or how's it been starting an event?
We've had a lot of support from the other local promotions, to be honest. It's very surprising the support that you get from the other people that are kind of like your competitors. Both Bubba from Rage in the Cage and Rich Mitchell from Ground Force have been very helpful and reached out to offer assistance as much as they can. So it's really reassuring the atmosphere we have here over in Western New York as far as our MMA community goes, and the just the support that we give each other.
I like that too, and like you guys are always like, each one of you guys is trying to bring up your own guys, so you're like trying to put it through fights. Like, I think it's great because like you want to test your guys and you put your guys in there against like, it's not like I don't know, like Castricones, no offense. When you fight a Castricones guy in Castricones, you know you better knock him out to win. You know what I mean? That's like, it's always super fair when you guys go, and sometimes you give your guys a short end of the stick. I really like that. That really shows as promoters that you guys are doing an awesome job.
Yes, I agree. Like I said, I really can't thank the community that we have here and appreciate the community that much, as much as I can.
Right. So you got a couple guys fighting out of your gym. You want to go over who's fighting from your guys and like who they're fighting against, because they're all going to be listening to this for sure. You know.
Yeah. So we have quite a few guys fighting from my gym, Buffalo United Martial Arts. One of the key matchups that I liked about this card here is actually Trevor Ransom versus Logan Thompson. So obviously Trevor's from Buffalo United Martial Arts. This is going to be a second fight, and then he's going to be fighting a veteran in the cage. This is going to be Logan Thompson's first Muay Thai fight, but he's a 5-2 MMA vet.
Wow.
So it's even though it's his first Muay Thai fight, he has a lot of experience being in fights. So this is going to be a big challenge for Trevor, but it doesn't come with Logan's own challenges that he's got to overcome. Mm-hmm. So Logan fights at middleweight out of 3 elements, BJJ and Erie, PA. And he's stepping up in weight here to fight Trevor at a catch weight of 215 pounds.
Wow.
So he's probably cuts a lot of weight to get down to middleweight, but it's still going to be a big difference from the fighters that he's used to fighting.
Yeah, that's going to be a great fight.
Yeah, it is. I'm really excited for that fight. Logan is a big middleweight, so he's not going to be he's not going to be totally outsized or anything. But this is going to be a very exciting fight. It should be very technical. And another southpaw versus orthodox fighter.
It's going to be a whole night of that. You're going to see a lot of kicks landing.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't see too many low blows on that missed inside leg kick.
That's the best part of the night. Hopefully everyone's got a good cup.
Speaking about low blows and this inside leg kicks, we have Adrian Guadalupe fighting on this card. And those for you don't know, man, he fought for King of the Cage, and like 10 seconds into his fight, he hit the low blow on the inside leg kick, and the guy couldn't get back up for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, that guy's so mad. He's posting about it still today.
Yeah, I'm sure he still hurts. That was a pretty devastating kick. But Adrian is fighting Sammy Makamba out of Rochester. Makamba, this is going to be an MMA fight.
Oh, that's awesome.
So Adrian's got one fight in the bag, even though it's a no contest, and this is Sammy's debut. But they both have striking experience, so it's going to be a very interesting fight again.
10 seconds of cage time between the two of them.
Probably going to see a lot of a big stand-up fighting with this one.
Adrian's an awesome guy, man. I hope he does well. Him and his wife are like really good people. You don't run into too many super cool, nice people in MMA, and he's one of them. So I wish him the best of luck.
Yes, thank you. He's definitely going to appreciate the kind words.
Yeah, maybe. Well, we just made fun of him kicking a guy in a wiener for like 5 minutes first, so probably already turned it off. What about Big Harry Grant? I know he's fighting. I see the poster.
Yeah, Grant Armstrong, he's fighting. Man, like we had him lined up for an MMA fight. He's an MMA fighter, and we had an MMA fight lined up with him with one of the guys from Southtown's MMA. But unfortunately, he was a victim of the COVID, and one of the guys that had to pull out for COVID. There was a lot of shifting with this card with that, but we all overcome, and Grant's going to take a Muay Thai fight. So it's a little bit out of his, comfort zone, but I think it's going to be really good for him to get out of that comfort zone of the grappling and MMA and fight. Do an all stand-up fight here. Grant's a very hard hitter, so this is going to be a really good fight. He's going to be fighting against another guy from 3 Element BJJ. He's fighting Eli Buell.
Wow, that's going to be a pretty interesting matchup too.
Yeah, this is another scenario where this is Eli's first Muay Thai fight as well. But he's an experienced MMA fighter as well. I believe he's got 6 MMA fights under his belt.
So you're gonna see a lot of wrestling in that one, probably. Good clinch work, yeah.
Yeah, hopefully it's good clinch work and not clinch work the ref's gonna be breaking up. But yeah, these are kind of two grapplers that are gonna be fighting in a striking match, pretty much. But those sometimes are the most interesting fights. And a lot of times when you see two grapplers fighting in MMA, it turns into a striking match.
Yeah. And this is actually a lot better than Muay Thai than K1 too, because at least in the clinch they can throw each other on the mat and then like they get up and they fight. It's legal, so like it's actually probably the best scenario for them to fight in Muay Thai instead of K1.
That was one of the reasons I was really pushing for Muay Thai fights on our card, is because we see a lot of K1 fights here locally and not a lot of Muay Thai. And I really enjoy watching the clinch work and the dumps and the sweeps and the catching the kicks and putting people on their butt by sweeping their leg out for Muay Thai. We will be putting some K1 fights on in the future, but I wanted this first event to have a push for Muay Thai to get people accustomed to both spectating and fighting with Muay Thai rules.
I love K1 when it's high level, when you see like guys that are really elite striking, and then like when they clinch and they go right back. When you see the amateurs, amateurs tend to wrestle a lot, and I think Muay Thai is more suited to that too. Like it's awesome when you can just turn someone and knee the poop out of them.
Yes, I agree. And these are one of the most devastating strikes you can throw in any of the striking martial arts. So when you can only just throw that one knee and then you have to break off into clinch, it can be really challenging. And then if you can clinch up and just constantly knee him and knee him and knee him until either the guy goes down or he's able to defend, it really changes the game. And I also believe that Muay Thai, having the Muay Thai fights is a little bit closer to the bridge for MMA for the guys that are working on their striking to be better MMA fighters.
I agree a lot, and this is coming from a very experienced Muay Thai guy in yourself.
Oh, thank you.
You're one of the only, you're probably the only, are you the only crew in Western New York?
The only person who's, considered a certified crew.
Yeah.
And crew in Muay Thai, it really just means teacher. So anybody who's teaching Muay Thai technically is a crew. But our gym's certified with the WTBA under Ajahn Chai. And for those who doesn't know, Ajahn Chai is one of the guys who brought Muay Thai over to America from Thailand back in the 60s.
Yeah, amazing guy. We've gone to all the seminars. We had you on about his last seminar. Our crew Mark, taught us under Ajahn Chai too, so it's amazing. It's really good. a lot of honor. It's a lot different than most gyms you go to. Everyone's always like courtesy, respect, and it's really a family. But like a mean family. Crap out of you.
Mean family, tough family.
Yeah. It shows
Family,
some
the family
tough
likes
love.
to fight.
A lot of tough love. Your crew test wasn't too bad, but some are horrible. Like some
Yeah.
are like initiations.
Yeah, no, I've seen some pretty bad ones myself. I felt like mine wasn't so hard for me, but I came in prepared, so
Yeah.
it might have been a contribution of why it was, pretty, not, it wasn't an easy test, but I've seen much harder, ones that appeared to be much harder.
Yeah, where they like almost kill a guy.
Yeah,
That poor guy, that one test was terrible.
I seen one where the guy basically got knocked out and they had to pick him back up to try to help him finish the
Yeah.
test. It was insane.
This is not nice.
Yeah. So,
Anyone else from Boom? I'm sorry, we got way off track.
oh yeah, we got Josh Reichart fight.
Oh, I forgot about that fight. Yeah.
Yeah, I like this fight. Josh is gonna be stepping up in weight here. He was originally supposed to be scheduled for a 145-pound fight, but his opponent was not sure he was gonna be able to make weight, and they asked if he can do a catch weight at 150, and Josh agreed. Josh is a gamer, so it's, Josh coming in here and Josh is not happy about this, to be honest.
That's already a short notice fight, right?
Yeah.
Didn't he take a short notice?
Yeah, so we put this together just about a week or so ago. His opponent, Joe Banker, was supposed to fight somebody else. And then we had his opponent had to pull out for personal reasons. So we put Josh in there. Josh was willing to step up and take this fight, even though he actually has another fight scheduled 2 weeks later down in Gettysburg, PA with Fight World, which we're excited about. But Josh just came off of a fight in Poughkeepsie for a K-1 title for Art of Combat as well. So he's looking to be really active this year. Josh wants to get as much experience this year as he can, and he has hopes of being going pro at the beginning of next year.
I love watching him fight, man. He's all like, I watch his social media a lot. He's always posting stuff, pushing the t-shirts. He's gonna do really good, man. He's gonna sell tickets good. He's like, you see him going to other gyms and training, and he's like got a lot of support in the community. So I'm excited to see him fight too.
Yeah, me too. Especially with the improvement that we see from him at the gym on a daily basis. We always see him working hard and improving. So anytime he goes in there and to test himself, it's very exciting. And then especially when you're willing to take challenges here. So Josh is a 135-pound fighter, and he's going to be fighting at 150 pounds of this fight. So he's not afraid to fight. Like I said, he's a gamer. He's going in there and he's just like, his new motto is, I'll fight anyone, anytime, anywhere.
I like that.
And he's proving it by taking this fight at 150 pounds.
I can't wait to, I have to come down and get some work with him. I still haven't even sparred. I still haven't even really seen him fight in like forever. The last 2 fights that we were together, I was in the locker room for his fight, so I haven't seen you fight in a long time. So I can't wait to see you.
Oh yeah, if you haven't seen him fight for a long time, you're going to see him in here fighting, and he's going to look like a totally different fighter.
Yeah, I seen him come back. He's like a lot different coming back. The nerves are gone. Like he's ready to go. Like that's good to see. Oh, he's got to go through the notebook now. Uh-oh, can't forget anybody. That's tough when you're the coach.
Yeah, we got a couple. We had a couple fallouts for the fight. I had one of the guys I was really excited about watch the fight. Joe Dew. His opponent got COVID and he had to pull from the fight, so I was a little disappointed about that. And then we have a new guy coming in for the fight. This guy Anthony Perna. He's going to be taking a fight. He hasn't been training for very long. He's only been training for about 6 months or so. But he's a gamer as well. He's really looking forward to stepping in his cage and testing himself. He's going to be taking a Muay Thai fight against John Sterling out of Lombard MMA.
Where's Lombard MMA?
They're out of State College, Pennsylvania.
Oh man, like one of Crew Ryan's guys.
Yeah, when they got Crew Ryan's guys, he's over. They train in the same city.
Oh okay.
This is Crew Ryan is Central PA MMA.
Oh okay.
So this is
just the seminars at State College, right? Yeah, I'm sorry. My apologies.
That's okay. So Lombard MMA, they're coming out of State College, Pennsylvania. They're traveling a pretty decent ways and they're bringing a couple of fighters themselves. So they got Tom Traxler fighting on the card, and Carter Brandis also. So they're going to be exciting fighters to come and see too. They're coming a long distance and they're looking to put on a show. So we got Anthony Perna fighting one of their guys, and it's going to be a good matchup.
Any other local gyms? Any other guys from WNY MMA besides for Derek?
WNOY, Derek is the only fighter. We had a couple other guys matched up, but unfortunately, COVID hits.
Oh man.
COVID hits hard.
Yeah, it does. I know. I heard Ro was fighting.
Yeah, Ro was planned to fight, and then Paul Freeman was scheduled to fight. And then I was gonna get Paul had an opponent. They had to pull out because of COVID. And then I was going to get Paul a late replacement, but then he had to pull out. he couldn't participate. We got some guys from Southtown's MMA fighting on the card. And then, let's see, who else? What other gyms we got right
Are you guys still like training with Southtowns like you were before?
We're friendly. We have a friendly relationship with Southtowns. We haven't been over there since COVID been around. We have a couple of guys that go over there occasionally just to get some cross training in there, but we haven't set up any team cross training sessions since before COVID.
My friend Primo's down there. I keep meaning to get over there. I haven't been down there in a long time.
Primo's down over there?
Yeah, I seen him training down there. Yeah.
We should make it a little road trip sometime.
Yeah, we definitely should. Yeah, it'd be fun.
We should do a little tour. We should do a little gym tour. We can go down. We can go visit Southtown together.
Yeah.
Visit Integrity all together.
I know. I got some extra time now. I got Mondays and Wednesdays, so I can go train. Yeah.
Yeah, we should set up a little gym tour and have her go visit all these different gyms. This would be something great for me as a promoter too. So I can go ahead and scout guys who we want fighting on our cards. We got Fight Sport over in Niagara Falls. We got a guy over in Fight Sports fighting one of my guys, Sage Montgomery. Michael Stevens out of Fight Sport, Niagara Falls, fighting Sage Montgomery. This is going to be a good fight as well. They both have a little bit of experience. Michael has 1-0, Sage is 1-1. And this is going to be a good, at a catch weight of 160, it's going to be a good fight.
Is it MMA or Muay Thai?
This is a Muay Thai fight.
Oh, awesome.
So about half our card is Muay Thai and half the card is MMA, and we got that one team BJJ match with Dylan Forant.
Yeah, you gotta get a black belt match too.
Yeah, that's our plan. So with future events, we're looking to have maybe 2 grappling matches on each card. One with teens or chilled kids, and then one with high level like brown or black belt matches.
Should have Keith and Dennis.
Keith and Dennis, let's do it. We had a couple competitions against each other at the Buffalo Classics.
I know.
Yeah, we can do it again.
Yeah, for sure. I got the picture right there.
Yeah, that's classic. That's it's iconic right there.
Yeah.
That's perfect picture.
That was a good against evil, except I was evil in that picture.
He was posing as evil. He's not evil.
That was fun. I love competing against you.
Yeah, it was good. It was a good time. That was the first time we competed in that picture right there.
Yeah.
That's the first time we competed. I was pretty nervous. I was not nervous. I was nervous to compete. I'm always get a little jittery when I compete, but I was nervous about how it might affect our friendship. And,
I don't care. It's just fun times.
Yeah, I think it made our friendship even stronger.
Yeah, I don't think our wives like it, but it's pretty fun for us.
They hate it. We'll be mid-match and I'll look over and see both of them.
Yeah, they're like they don't want to scream for each other because they don't want to piss each other off.
Yeah, it's hilarious. We should actually get a videotape of them, right on them watching us.
Yeah.
Them watching us compete.
Yeah, that'd be the best. That's probably way better than our match, anyways.
Yeah, I agree.
Awesome. I know Schultz is looking to Schultz loves to compete too.
Oh yeah, he'd be an interesting one to get on the card. Yeah, I know he's always willing to compete against anybody. I competed against him at the Classic as well. So anytime he wants to compete, he can reach out to me and we can find him a matchup.
Yeah, he's trying to get Perazza.
He's trying to get Perazza?
Yeah, he was supposed to do it at Ground Force, and then it didn't work out. Perazza couldn't do it, and then he got hurt or something, and then the hospital did it instead. Chris Robinson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How'd that match go?
Perazza smoked him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy. Like, Chris is so tough, and I don't know if he's having a bad day or what. He didn't look like himself. I don't know,
Chris is tough. I had one of my most epic matches against Chris. Me and him had to compete against each other up in Canada. We both did the 32-man showdown. I believe I was a blue belt at the time. He might have been a blue belt as well. And we had this long 10-minute back and forth match. And I got him with, he probably would have beat me, but I got him with the knee bar right at the end. Oh man, it was a good match. It was really tiring.
Yeah, he's so tough. I've never seen him have a bad match before, but he was just a little bit off. It wasn't really him. I don't know. Maybe he hasn't competed in a cage in a long time.
It changes a lot when you compete in a cage. Whether even if you're just doing a grappling, in the cage versus grappling in open area. It's a huge difference. That cage makes a big difference. That's why I like to watch Chael Sonnen's Underground Submission. You ever watch that?
Yeah, I do. I like it too.
I like watching that.
I might have someone in this room's Fight Pass account.
Yeah, that's always interesting to watch. These grapplers have to, grapple in a cage because then they get there's situations that they get put in that they're not normally used to being put in. So the cage changes things.
Yeah, and it's so hard on your fingers when you're trying to make a lock against the cage. Like people don't understand without the MMA gloves how hard it is to hold a lock against the cage.
And there's some tricks to get that off
too.
too.
Like rubbing it off the cage. Yeah. Awesome, man. Who are your sponsors for this? I know you had some sponsors that you wanted to thank.
Oh yeah, definitely want to thank our sponsors. I'm actually embarrassed I haven't mentioned them yet.
That's why I'm a pro. I got this. I got you.
We have Armstrong Barbershop.
Nice.
And also Armstrong Armory. They're over down on Seneca Street, so if you're ever looking for a haircut and a gun, that's an awesome place to go visit.
Is it the same place, really?
I believe they're in the same place. Yes.
That's awesome.
I've been in the barbershop. I haven't looked around at their armory yet, but it's definitely a place I want to stop in and check out. And then the other big sponsor here is Buffalo Cryo.
Oh,
They've been a huge contributor to helping put this event on. And again, if you want tickets, you can always drop in, get a little chill on at Buffalo Cryo, and pick up a ticket to the event. You
love Buffalo Cryo yourself, right? I've seen you post about it all the time.
Oh yeah, it's really a game changer as far as like getting my for training. It's one of the things when people ask me like, how do you feel about the cryo? And I'm saying I wish I would have found it earlier, because especially during fight camp. I still go and get the cryo done like twice a week. He's got a lot of other things he offers there. He's got these compression sleeves for your pants or for your legs to really get the it's like swelling out and blood flow and water out of the legs and get help circulation. He's got the full body cryo chamber. He's got the spot treatment cryo, and then he's fully licensed PT, so he can help you with anything PT. He does manual stretching. So he's got a lot of services that he offers over there. And one of the things that helped me out a lot was after my last fight for King of the Cage. I had a lot of damage to my face. I had big stitches, my eyes were pretty swollen. He was able to do the spot treatment on my face in my head, and oh my God, it speeded my recovery up so fast.
I went to Buffalo Cryo myself, my last 2 fight camps, and I enjoyed it as well. I did find out that I don't like to do it before I train though, because it takes all the swelling out of my joints. So if I train with no swelling in my joints, like I immediately swell up after. So I'd love to have it done after I train, and it helps me a lot. And I would definitely do it before a fight when the damage doesn't matter. But I'm so old and broken, like, dude, it works so good. It really takes all the swelling out of you. So if you're a regular person, you have inflammation problems, definitely check them out. Yeah, I actually like going in before training because then I can go in and train really hard, and any of these nagging injuries don't really affect me very much. And I can worry about it after training. So I'm the exact opposite. I enjoy going in right before I go and train, and just feeling fresh, and it's invigorating. So like even if you're going in for a hard workout, you're gonna do some lift weights or anything. It's almost like taking some pre-workout before your workout. Yeah, it definitely takes all your swelling away. So if you're having some problems with swelling, definitely do it. Unless you're a 43-year-old guy trying to fight professionally MMA. Then you might want to go after training. Yeah, go after training. Then you can go to sleep and it doesn't hurt. Yeah. Any other sponsors? No, that's all we have today for our sponsors, other than my partner, my business partners themselves, Buffalo Riverworks, who are helping me putting on the event themselves. But they're, that's where the fights are going to be at. And those are our sponsors. So if you're interested in sponsoring this event or partnering up with us, just give me a call, contact me, and we can work out a partnership. Awesome. And then you can, when they post the videos, they can pop your sponsorship right up in the videos. Yeah. Definitely worth the money. All right, thank you very much, Keith. I appreciate you coming in. It's a nice, quick 40-minute one, and I'm gonna have you back so we can talk about jiu-jitsu and fighting. We got to talk about. We got to talk about. We still have to do the official black belt podcast. And we have to talk about your 45-pound title run. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. All right. All right. I appreciate you coming in, man. Thank you very much for your time. And we'll see you back as soon as I can get you back in here. All right. See you later. See you at the fights, January 29th. Doors open at 6. Fights start at 7. Don't miss it.